A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. Well, what I can pick on over here is kind of an intense energy that we're going to work through it. So if you're here, it's not a coincidence. So I can see someone around you in your life who has triggered an old wound of abandonment or a bad memory. It could be an ex or it could be a bad memory related to your childhood trauma. Maybe an ex who betrayed you, cheated on you, or treated you inappropriately. Now everything was going fine and hunky dory, but a certain behavior pattern has emerged again. So, yes, it's a pattern that has emerged again in your life, and it's literally making you see all of the past visions, all the bad things that you've experienced, and you feel really bad, like you had to put up with so much, and finally, after all of your healing, or like probably you stayed in some kind of a hermit mode for a while. Now, when you see the similar stuff happening, it could be you being in a relationship with someone similar, or it could be something with your mother or your father, the whole narcissism pattern. It could be a situation that is taking you back in your memories and it's making you feel like the same whack energy that you don't want to feel. Okay, so what do you want to do here? You don't want to get obsessed. You don't want to feel bad for being who you are. You feel that whatever is happening in your life right now, it's making you feel unworthy. It's making you feel you're never good enough. And I think this being never good enough is also coming from your childhood. Because in your childhood, either you were very traumatized by certain episodes that took place between your parents, or I think that there was something that you experienced where no matter what you did, you never got appreciated or acknowledged, and you had to still try a lot to be liked or to be loved by the adults in your life. And I think that's where all of this is connected with. So, definitely, this is happening because of somebody's presence or some kind of situation where now, because you're hyper aware, because you know that this is a pattern in your life, you want to release this feeling of not being good enough despite being so good looking. So, you could be a man or a woman, but you're a good looking man, you're a handsome man, or a beautiful woman. You're attractive, you're talented, you're funny, you're smart, you're sweet. You have all your, like gray tones, black and white side, whatever. I'm not saying that you have to be perfect or you are perfect, but I feel that you're dealing with this emptiness. You feel this emptiness and you feel it's not justified, whatever is happening with you. But because you have faced neglect, you have faced betrayal, you have faced lack of acknowledgement and approval, even though you could be in a situation where you should actually not be so loving, maybe you should not be so giving, maybe you should not be so understanding, and you should get a lot of pampering, you should get a lot of attention. You just feel that whatever is happening here, you are giving in too much because someone is triggering those old wounds of abandonment. But the point here is very interesting, my friends. Healing happens in circles, not in lines. So it's literally like you're revisiting the same place again and again, but with a different kind of response system. Because when we heal, we respond to the same situation in a different way, emotionally. So let's say last time when this happened to you, you were so heartbroken that you were in a dark night of the soul phase for maybe 3 months, maybe 4 months, maybe a year. This time you're doing better because you're not in the dark night of the very dark and very like intense one, but you could be in a subtler or maybe a much milder version of it. You're much more aware, you're doing a lot of research work, but you're also feeling a bit like let down, you're feeling a bit tired, you feel like why am I doing this? Or it could be like maybe you've leveled up, so you're seeing something more that you never saw, you never knew that it existed. But whatever is happening, I can assure you it's happening for your good. Whatever is happening, it's happening for the best. And no matter where you are right now, you're going to become a happier version of yourself. I'm telling you, if you survived that bullshit situation in the past, you're definitely going to survive. No, no, no. You're going to thrive this time. And don't think you're going to be lonely or alone. Because whosoever is channeling I'm doing, as I said, you're good looking, attractive, talented, smart, kind, spiritual. My goodness, you got so many beautiful qualities, right? So don't worry, be happy. Now, we need to understand via this collective reading as to why this old wound of abandonment or this bad memory is triggering you. Why? It's because you maybe are in a situation in your life right now that maybe you were not expecting it, maybe you did not know that something like this would happen, and you have in the past sacrificed a lot, you've really sacrificed a lot, and now you're like really confused. Should you sacrifice again or should you stand up for what you want? Because in the past, whenever you sacrificed, it did turn out to be really good. I mean, if you look back now, your sacrifice didn't go for a waste. Now, because you sacrificed so much, you became more of yourself. Like you became a more authentic version of who you were back then. Back then, you were maybe pleasing a lot, or you had lots of fears, or you were too naive. Maybe you just accepted things way too much, or God did not put you in a situation like this situation that you're in, maybe that one you were not that bold. Maybe I think you were bold, um, but you were a different kind of bold back then, okay? Because you at that time did not really want what exactly did you really deserve. So whatever that situation was that put you in a space where you got more clarity about what makes you happy and who you really are. So now you're a much more stronger, authentic version of you. So whatever you're attracting right now in this phase of your life, this is like more, going more and more closer to your mission, more and more closer to your earth goal. Okay. Now let me tell you very honestly, I've read lots and lots of stories of gods and goddesses, and I believe fully, because I'm also a channeler, a lot of these stories are authentic stories. Some of them also have proof in the given time frame. Even if you look at Jesus's life, if you're from the West, if you're from India, look at the life of Krishna, look at the life of Ram, look at the life of Shiva. You see, their lives always had some or the other challenge, okay? But there was something they were very much sorted out in, and that is relationship. That is love. You can look at the life of Krishna, Ram, Sita, Krishna, Radha, and Shiva, Parvati. And if you look at the life of Jesus also, because I feel like he is also a very inspiring person, you see that they all faced challenges, hardships, and somehow, if you look at any great person, any saintly person, whether they were a householder or whether they had renounced everything, if you look at Buddha, I mean, you'll see that they all had to face certain things. And I feel that in today's time and date also, we all have to go through something. Okay, we have to go through something. This is how the format is. But when you encounter the whack energy, you feel like you're constantly working on it. Constantly you're trying to maneuver through it. Now, if you have reached to a point where you matter, you got something you love to do, I mean, you got something to do that you love, and you enjoy your alone time, you have got a powerful tool to practice that makes you feel like really amazing. And I'm so grateful to the solar plexus mantra. Solar plexus healing, I think, is the best thing that can happen to anyone. People can treat you whatever way they want, but if you got this on a daily basis, you're gonna be sorted. You're gonna feel nice and light and easy. You can maneuver through the day in a much better way. You feel like God is literally driving your car. Otherwise, it's a bit tough, I know, because you're catering to a lot of people. You're catering to all these wounds. You're catering to all this drama. You're catering to your own body, because whether you're a man or a woman, I think with women it's even more tough because you have all the monthly cycles, you have the menstrual cycles, you have the periods. Every month you have to go through the phase of PMS, and then there's this 4 to 5 days, and then you have to recover from it. So it's not easy. I'm sure it's not easy being a man also, because a man also has to hunt, has to go out, bring the bread on the table. So everybody has challenging roles to live up to. This reading is trying to tell you that why you have to use your triggers as database. You have to use it all as data, because if you're not going to use it as data, you're never going to find out what is really the cause of it. You're never going to reach to that point where you know that this feeling that you're running away from, you're not supposed to run away from it. You're supposed to feel it. Yes, it may sound like, am I really supposed to go through all of this? Yes. But then you just have to be more aware. You have to take some deep breaths, you have to write it down, you have to journal it. You have to find out some kind of modality. Either you take help from a professional for it, or you do it yourself. But as I said, try with the solar plexus chanting, try to do it. At least that will put you in a position where people are not gonna play with you like you're a toy. Okay, so wherever you are, in whichever situation you're in, I feel that this pattern, you've seen a pattern, you've realized that there's a pattern, and you need to break the loop. You need to break the loop. This time, this channeling is also here to help you out, to remind you, break the loop. Don't be trapped by it. Don't be trapped by what you see. It's all an illusion. You are loved, you're beautiful, you're worthy of love. If someone is showing you anything other than this, then you gotta go within yourself and figure it out. Figure out why you're feeling this way. And also bless anyone who has put you through this situation, because had they not been there, had they not existed, you would not be here, you would not be asking the correct questions. And I think you should send out blessings to all the people who hurt you, all the people who treat you bad. It sounds like, yeah, it's really tough to do, and you cannot even pretend it. You cannot pretend to forgive someone just like that. You can't be like on the face, like, yeah, I forgive you, but inside you're all bitter and angry. So be genuine. I'm not telling you that your pain is not justified and you're not supposed to feel what you're feeling, you're not supposed to give whatever reaction. But see, everything is happening inside of you. I know people who remain silent, who don't say anything because their throat chakra is blocked. So they could be just quiet and nice and be, like smiling and being like, yeah, I'm really calm and zen right now. But inside there's a tsunami going on. Okay, so even that's not the right way to deal it. You should express yourself. You should be very fearless and bold about it, but at the same time, you have to do it with a bit of grace. At the same time, you have to remember that nobody outside of you has the power to hurt you unless or until you allow them to do so. And if it is not meant to be, if it is meant to be, if it's written in the stars, it will be. But if it's not meant to be, it will not be. So, whatever the situation is, just accept it, but love yourself. Don't forget to love yourself. Yes. Love yourself. Remind yourself that you deserve to be happy, you deserve to be peaceful, and choose your peace. Choose yourself. If in a given situation you feel that someone is not validating you, then I think it's all the more reason for you to go within and look for the reason why you feel unvalidated. Okay, why you feel the way you feel. So I'll see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and Victor Duran.